What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and I'm back with another Gods Unchained video, and in this one, we're going to be talking some zombie death. Of course, I'm going to do a deck tech, and then I will play a match for you. But first, join me over in Gemstone Legends. It's a fantastic match 3 RPG game, and it's players that get in early on games like this that are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but you're going to get a free epic hero named Moralia along with a bunch of gold, gems, and potions. After you download the game, you'll have access to events which will get you even more amazing heroes and loot. Guys, wow, you don't want to miss this opportunity because you do not get it in the regular app store. Download it now, and I will see you in Gemstone Legends. Alright, so if you've been following my channel, you know that last weekend ranked I played a nature regen deck and went 20-5 with it, which was super awesome, and I felt on top of the world, especially because it was the first weekend I really dove in and played weekend ranked matches. So of course I took it into this weekend, mythic level, and let's just say I went less than 50% with it. So either the metagame changed, or I need better practice against better players, or I need to make some tweaks to that deck. So I'm going to keep working on it. But I do want to try out different decks and find one that matches my style and can compete against some of the best players in the game, mythic level. So that's why I am toying around with zombie death, because I like shenanigans, and there are certainly shenanigans in this one. In fact, there's really only two cards that matter. Actually, they all matter, but the two that are vital to the deck are Cursed Obelisks and Necroceptor. And that's because they both do the same thing. They spit out zombies. Cursed Obelisks is creating a 1/1 zombie with leech every turn, but if you're frenzied, which you almost always are, it's going to create 2 zombies. And Necroceptor similarly spits out a 1/1 zombie with leech, but when you're frenzied, gives it an additional +1/+1. So if you have them both out, that's kind of a combo. You're getting 3 zombies per turn, 2 1/1s and a 2/2, so that's 4 power and 4 HP the opponent has to deal with every turn for free, basically. They just keep coming and coming, and the way that the boards are set up, it's so hard for the opponent to attack through these things and kill the Cursed Obelisks, for example, because it's backline. And also, a lot of decks... You know, a lot of decks do carry around relic removal, but not all decks do. And even if they do, it's hard to find it sometimes. And not only that, but you can always just draw another one, right? All right, so the rest of the cards in the deck really just kind of either stall things out until you can get that going, or they find the cards you need, or they remove troublesome creatures on the other side of the board. Let's take a look at them. Blight Bomb is just typical removal, and it's really easy to get even big creatures life down to 3 or less where you can use the Blight Bomb, because you can just throw your zombies away. It's okay, you'll get them back next turn. And then Living Container is an interesting one. This is a 1/1 creature with Soulless, and let me actually see if I can get it to show up a little better so you can see the mana cost. There we go. This creature has Soulless and Roar. Destroy a friendly creature. Afterlife, if the creature's in the void, give it +2/+2 and put it on the board. That's going to create a lot of shenanigans, especially if you have like roar effects, or just, you know, some big tough to deal with character that they just spent a lot of time trying to get rid of, or that they would have spent a lot of time trying to get rid of. Now it's even bigger, right? Eva Baroness of the Dead is another really funny kind of creature, because it's actually removal for your opponent. So like, you're typically taking their good creatures and turning them into 1/1 zombies, and that matters to them because that's not fun for them, but you don't care because you're making a lot of 1/1 zombies. So if it's turning your 1/1 zombies into 1/1 zombies, who cares, right? So this effect can actually stick around a lot and make it really difficult for your opponent to deal with that. And oftentimes they're playing puzzles in their mind to try and figure that one out. All right, Voracious Fiends, just more recurring zombies. Fickle Cambion's one of our big baddies, but it only costs 3. Because you're always gaining life and your god is always dealing damage, especially with the god power that deals 1 damage to each god, this thing just, you know, you can put it out and just grow it huge on the turn you put it out. Let's keep scrolling down here. Void Flash is excellent removal because, yes, I will trade my 1/1 zombie for their best creature. That's a great trade. Decaying Rhino is just a huge 5/6 creature that comes out, and it takes 1 damage unless you're frenzied, but like I said, you're almost always frenzied, right? Now, Pan Forge Master. Love this card because you have a lot of 1/1 zombies. It's really easy to get board wiped. You know, there's a card in the game that will deal damage. There's actually a couple cards in the game that will deal 1 damage to all creatures or all opponent creatures. And this armor 1 prevents that from killing any of your zombies, which is really cool. And also, if you're in the mirror match against other zombies, then you're protected against them. Nether Swarm Lord. At the end of your turn, give +1/+1 to each other friendly nether, which all the zombies are. So you put this out and just let them grow. And if you're frenzied, it's card advantage. You just draw cards. I don't know why they had to print that on the end of it, but they did, and so there you go. Now, Vampiric Skull is here to go find your cursed obelisks. So roar, summon a creature that costs 3 mana or less from your void, give it soulless. So if they kill your cursed obelisks, you just go get one out of your void and it's back. And that's just so hard for your opponent to deal with. Arch of Amunmos is basically just a giant, expensive cursed obelisks. It actually is kind of cursed obelisk combined with your Necroceptor because it puts 3 1/1 zombies out every turn, including the turn it comes out. All right, let's take a look at some of the neutral cards. A lot of these little creatures are here just to kind of stall the board out, trade with more aggressive strategies. This deck's actually going to just wreck aggressive strategies because of these, really. And then once you get the zombies going. But it might actually have a little more difficulty with mid-range because there's not a whole lot of front line in this deck. And so mid-range can kind of just go over top. So like more aggressive to the mid-range side and then mid-range. Yeah, you'll have a little more difficulty against them, although all the life leech off the zombies is going to certainly keep you in it. You can sometimes just ignore their big creatures and just keep going to the god's face, and it doesn't matter. But we got Wild Hogs, we got Vanguard Axewomen, Skeleton Heavy. These are just all creatures that are hard for aggressive decks to deal with, or like even early mid-range. You notice an Infiltrator will straight up get rid of any creatures that have 0 strength. So you know, there's one that has order for like 10 turns when it's put out, and the opponent draws a card every time. Well, this just kills it right away. Plus all those frontline creatures that have 0 strength, they're gonna get 0 health and die. But if there's any other creatures out there too, you know, like a 3/6 frontline armor, whatever, you know, you can really quickly take care of it with this. Bronze Servant, you need to have relic removal in your deck at least 1 because, well, if you're in the mirror match, you need to get rid of their Necroceptor. But there's a lot of other relics to take care of in this current meta as well. And then lastly, we have Eldritch Demonologist. This one kind of goes hand in hand with our Vampiric Skull because that's what it's going to go get, the Vampiric Skull. Or, let's see here. Yeah, it's just going to go get the Vampiric Skull if you haven't already drawn it, because that will then allow you to get Cursed Obelisks out of the void again. So you have a couple of ways. You can tell there's a theme in this. Cursed Obelisks is so important that if you lose it, your Eldritch Demonologist and Vampiric Skulls can kind of work together to make sure you've got that. All right, well, let's go try this out. Please note, I am brand new at this. I will probably make mistakes. I will talk about mistakes I make because I am learning too. Feel free to comment and let me know what lines of play you see. All right, so we are gonna try and dig for our Necroceptor. There it is. I'll keep that.
Best of luck.
Best of luck. Where to begin?
All right, let's go ahead and put Eva out. Next turn we can Necroceptor. That's cool with me. That's a hard card for people to get the hang of.
Let's make them suffer.
Well, yeah. Necroceptor it is. Next turn we can Voracious Fiend and Blade Bomb potentially. What would actually be good for me is if he goes to my face. What would be bad is actually if he tries to take the hog at my zombie, because that means there will be no other creatures on the board, at least for this moment, that would have this effect. But of course, I can put one out. My goal is to have lots of zombies out here now to just keep this effect on the board.
My turn.
All right, so what can we do here? Yeah, I think I want to use all my mana gems here, because I think I want to Blight Bomb this, and then I want to put a Voracious Fiend out, and then I want to be Frenzied.
That's enough for now.
And then pass the turn. I think he's trying to figure out how to get rid of this effect.
Let's make
Yes.
them suffer.
That's awesome. I wonder if this will work. Nope. That's all right. I don't want to do that quite yet. I should have looked at my cards, because that Void Flash would have been perfect there. Oh well. I'll remember it for next turn. I am brand new at this deck, so we'll see what mistakes I make and what I can fix here. I'm surprised that Hindsight Hero did that, because this has the chance of turning the Rabid Bear into a 1/1.
My turn.
Oh, this is good. And let's see here. If we trade there, no.
Time is
We-
always on my side.
Let's Okay. Now he can get rid of it. And that's actually okay with me because now I can safely play the cursed obelisks. Because I didn't want that effect happening to my cursed obelisks.
The hour is mine.
I think this is okay. Cursed obelisks.
An endangered species.
Another Swarm Lord on the next turn is going to be a lot of fun. And actually, I might be able to save it. I could do the Arch of MWs first. Nah, I think we save Arch of MWs for if he gets rid of Cursed Obelisks. I generally don't care about this. Nice. That actually is
Make them
pretty awesome.
suffer.
Oh, this is even better. Nice. Actually, this is perfect. I'm gonna do Void Flash. And let's see here. Kind of like the idea of this Rune of Fire. And then we're already frenzied, but we can go ahead and hit him for one more. All right, next turn, I can kill one of the zombies, or they're going to kill one of the zombies this turn, and then I can put the Nether Swarm Lord out, and they'll each get a bunch of armors.
The hour is mine.
I mean, actually, it's the Panforge Master that gives the armors. It's the Nether Swarm Lord that will grow them at the end of the turn, which is pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and throw one over here. So that we can make room for another Swarm Lord. And I mean, we'll hit the other god because we can. Next turn, we'll try to get rid of this Guild Enforcer. I don't know what he's going to try to go after, but he can't kill my Nether Swarm Lord easily. May have to use a couple cards to do that. I wonder if he can get rid of my Nether Swarm Lord. He's going to have to, or this is going to get out of control for him. Oh, that's how he does it. Yep. That's a pretty good move. I mean, he is doing a good job getting rid of my stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay. We could deal 2 damage here. 4. I mean, that works. And then we'll just go at him like this. Alright, now their little Fey Flame Blade's not gonna be able to go after this one anyway. This zombie. But it can go after these 2 zombies. Man, the power of this deck is pretty insane if you can get rolling, because like all of these zombies just gain me life too. At some point, the opponent just runs out of cards. They're just trying so hard.
Now you've got my attention.
Interesting. We got a twin striker over here. That thing is so huge. Okay. Okay. Now what do I do about this? I don't think I do anything, right? Like I just... This is confused, but... Alright, so yes, I play the Decaying Rhino. And then I think I give it the Rune of Strength. And can't use Blight Bomb on anybody over there, so we'll just send it on. So let's see, if the problem for him is if Hindsight Hero uses Raging Giant against this, it dies. He has to make it bigger first, which I mean this deck can do. He does have cards in there to grow his creatures. The twin striking though, you know, like he would love to be able to get rid of this creature and then hit me or hit another creature, but yeah, that's awesome. I just 2-for-1'd him in a huge way. That was cool. Oh my gosh, now we got the more cursed obelisks, because that's what we need. Basically, I've got everything I need here. And now I'm just gonna wait. You know, this deck does have the Hunt, which could blow up my board, but they don't. Oh man, that deck feels good.